Alright everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a oil sending unit or pressure sensor. I've got a 2007 Pontiac G6 that I'm going to be doing this on. As far as the tools that I'm going to show, first off you're going to want to use a 5/16 inch wrench or socket. Disconnect the battery. We're going to be pulling the starter, so you want to make sure the battery is disconnected. To get the sensor out, it's a 1 1/16 inch. You're going to want a deep well socket so you can get down on it with a 1/2 inch drive. Then two other sockets that you're going to need. One's a 10 millimeter, the other's a 15 millimeter. Get your extensions handy with your 3/8 drive. So, like I said, start off by disconnecting the battery. And then this is the actual sensor here, clips on to the electrical connector. Get the battery disconnected on the ground terminal. And we're going to slide under here. Alright. So you're going to look up under there. This is the oil filter here. Right above it is where your sensor's at. It's aluminum housing with aluminum threads on the sensor, so you don't want to over tighten it when you put it back in. Just pop this clip off. That'll pull the connector off. And then to get access to it, you're going to need to pull the starter here. So to do that, slide around the other way here. Pull the starter. There's two 10 millimeter screws here. See number 1 and number 2. Pull that off, and this little plate here will pull off. That'll give you access to get this bolt out. But you got 2 bolts on the starter. First bolt's here, and the other bolt's there. So, like I said, 10 millimeter bolts here to get this plate down, and then 2 15 millimeter bolts to drop the starter. You don't need to disconnect anything on the starter. It's actually going to be nice. Just let it hang there, so you don't have to, you don't have to take any of your leads coming into your starter. Just leave it hanging there out of the way so you can access the pressure sensor. Basically, once you get that clip off there and the starter down out of the way, you can get your 1 1/16 inch socket up in there. And then, like I said, I just use my 1/2 inch drive. You don't need an extension coming way out here or anything. Just use the 1/2 inch socket or a 1/2 inch ratchet and back that out. And then, like I said, when you're putting it back in, you don't want to over tighten it. I think the spec on it is 22 foot-pounds. I couldn't get my torque wrench up in there, but again, just feel it, don't over tighten it. I put a little bit of oil on mine before I put it up in there. It's got a little O-ring on it just to make sure it seals nice and good. But reverse what I told you. Put the new sensor in, put the clip back on, put your starter up with your 2 15 millimeter bolts, get the starter up into place, and then put the 2 little screws in to hold that plate on. Reconnect your battery and you're good to go. The part, I think it was about 22 bucks at AutoZone. It should be not much more than that if you're getting it from a general automotive parts store. They wanted like 120 some bucks to get this done at the shop. So the way I figured, spend a half hour, save $100, get to know your car a little bit better. Hopefully you have a little better weather than I had. It's freezing cold out here today, single digits. I'm not smoking a cigarette, that's just my breath that you're seeing. But anyway, I didn't see anything online, so hopefully this will give anyone an idea what you need to do if you need to replace the oil sending unit or pressure sensor in a 3.5 liter GM engine. So take care and good luck.